All right, what's up, guys? Welcome. Thank you for joining the quest. I am PS Quest, and this is Crypto Quest. So, as we know, the goal of our crypto journeys is to build a strong portfolio that continues growing in value. Now, if that means getting into coins low and getting out of them high, or switching into new coins to follow the action, then that's what we have to do. And in the last episode, I went over a few things, how to be consistent with the right calls, how to stay ahead of the curve, and how not to get into a coin that's going to be stagnant or devalue right after you buy it. Now, I made a few calls, one of them which was Flux, and I called on Render as well, but unfortunately Render really broke down below the wedge that I had expected it to go out of. It looked like it was bouncing around really nicely in this corridor. And what I'm thinking is price suppression here, which is actually a good sign because that means that anybody who got into Render, even at these areas or even at these levels, is not going to be disappointed because there's price suppression right now because big money players are accumulating this coin. It is a long-term hold. It is definitely not a quick flip, although I was expecting a nice breakout here, and I was expecting an all-time high of about $11 to happen, but that didn't happen yet. Part of the reason why I believe, in addition to the price suppression, is that the Bitcoin price is a little bit uncertain right now, as is the Ethereum price. So as we see the Ethereum, it's kind of trying to make it back to all-time highs, and it almost did. But when you see these long wicks like this, that just means that there's a lot of sell pressure. So there's a lot of people with pretty heavy bags, I think, of these coins, and they're definitely pushing the price down as they sell off their bags. So Ethereum, I'm still waiting for a bounce off of this support right here, just under 4,000. I have a long actually position that I want to enter at around the $3,770 to $3,900 mark for Ethereum. But I don't want to talk too much about Ethereum right now, although it is one of the major drivers in the markets right now. But I wanted to talk really about the calls I made last time, which were Render, which broke down sadly, but Flux, we nailed it. We absolutely nailed the Flux call, and if we look at the 4-hour, this was absolutely nailed. I mentioned that, hey, listen, if we can pick it up at support around here at the $1.59 to $1.65 range, that we can see really anywhere below the green line, I said is a decent buy for this. It broke above the green line and it broke through the wedge, and it gave us a nice pump. Actually, if you were able to get in around here when I was talking about it, gave us a nice pump all the way up about almost 30%, so 28% on a quick trade. That's what I called, that's what I knew it was going to be. This was going to be a quick in, quick out. And right now we're actually, it's not over yet because we're still retesting this line of support, which was previous resistance. And if we break back into this, then it might be time to start loading up again for another trade. I would stay out of it right now if you've gotten out. If you haven't gotten out yet, I would stay in because we could see another bounce off of this to the upside. But I would kind of err on the side of caution since we are kind of on a downtrend at the moment. And I would look to exit this coin probably around the $2.11 range if you're still in the trade and you are looking at it as a quick trade. So that's for Flux. Great call there. We made some good gains. And another project I want to look at is Boson. This team is really good. This would be a long-term hold. I'm actually trying desperately to get into this coin at around the $1.75 level. So it hasn't quite come down to that level yet, but as we can see, we're getting lower highs, and I think we're getting slightly higher lows. So it does look like we're kind of coming into some consolidation areas here for Boson. This is an NFT metaverse play, but the team behind this protocol is solid, and I think they're going to do great things. So I'm in this coin for the long term. I just want to load up on more at the $1.75 to $1.79 range. It might not see that, it might not see that for a long time, and it might go up a lot before it does see that, but that's where I am with Boson. Another one to look at is YGG, Yield Guild Games. This played out a really nice W pattern. As we can see here, the W pattern actually played out, and I would say that it's probably going to cool off from here, and maybe to try to pick this back up at the $7.50 to $8 range. That's my call on YGG. Keep an eye on it though. It's a good project and it's going to do great things. Now, the main topic of conversation here, this is what I tweeted about earlier, guys. We have right now a massive W pattern forming on Solana. I don't know what happened to my drawings, but it doesn't really matter. So I can draw them again. We have a W. Oh, there they are. Nice. Okay, so we have a massive W pattern that has formed on Solana. The 4-hourly is where it is the clearest. Now, this means this could very easily lead to new all-time highs on Solana. And it's off of the news as well of the Solana Grayscale trust that is launched. So any kind of Grayscale, anytime Grayscale gets involved, they're probably the biggest holder of Bitcoin, I think. The biggest institution that holds Bitcoin is Grayscale. And they have to be because they have all these derivatives, all these long and short derivative plays. They have these funds and things like that that need to be supported by volumes of crypto. So of course they're going to buy up a lot of them. So that's what I believe caused this first pump initially, but we do see a very bullish pattern here with the W. Alternately, this could actually become a reverse head and shoulders, which I've drawn right here. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Now, so meaning that this could, if the W doesn't play out and make new all-time highs, we have to look at that. Okay, so if let's say we hit the level of resistance around 245 to 250, and it comes back down after that and it doesn't go up. Okay, that means we're probably headed back down to the 187 to 188, just under 190 levels. And that would be very bullish. Actually, either of these options are going to be bullish for Solana. The W pattern playing out would be fantastic. The reverse head and shoulders is also an extremely bullish pattern. That would play out probably back again up to the all-time highs, or maybe even new all-time highs for Solana. So keep an eye on that. Again, if the W pattern plays out, we could see all-time highs to 280. If it doesn't play out and we get stuck at 250 and get rejected, then we're probably going to see a correction down to as low as sub 190s. And it's at that point that I'll probably make another video and I'll say, hey, load up your bags, because we're in for a nice big run on this reverse head and shoulders pattern. So that's what's playing out with Solana right now. The Solana ecosystem, generally speaking, has been quite resilient to any kind of sale pressure, I've noticed, and it really is a fantastic ecosystem. I believe strongly that it is the next Ethereum. It could easily replace Ethereum by the time Ethereum goes to 2.0. I think that Solana has what it takes to at least be the premier DeFi player. One of the things I wanted to talk about here is something that is on the Solana ecosystem, and I talk about pretty much every video, is the Raydium. Raydium is so awesome. They have the accelerator launchpad, which allows projects to have their tokens launch via this Raydium accelerator launchpad. So in the past, they've had projects like GenePets, DeFi Land, and now there's a new one called TTT, which is the TabTrader token. So a couple things about TabTrader. What is TabTrader? It is actually a DEX. So it's actually a mobile app. So it's the leading mobile app for cryptocurrency trading. It's on more than 30 large exchanges, BitMEX. For trading on more than 30 large exchanges, BitMEX, Binance, Huobi, FTX. TTT is not available for US, of course, guys. So, use a VPN or whatever. So we are excited to announce the launch of our own TTT token. This happened today. Okay, they're launching a token. Now, here's the thing. We know how insane DEX, or I should say exchange tokens are, okay? And what I mean by exchange tokens is like Binance BNB token, okay? Of course, that's the big boy. That's the biggest one. The market cap is insane. It's probably top 5. I don't know. What is it, top 3, top 4? It's so expensive. But anyway, the price is crazy. KuCoin, the price is back up to like the $28 range. These are all exchanges. Now, also, recently, Crypto.com, their token has taken off like crazy as people like to get involved in these exchanges. The reason why is because they reward you. So if you're trading, if you're swing trading, you're day trading, you're just buying stuff on the platform and you're holding it, you can get rewarded based on just having these tokens. You get so many benefits for having the tokens. So that's why, one of the reasons why they're exploding right now is that they give crazy APR, it's easy to use, it's integrated. It's just integrated. People have it, they open it, they want to buy Bitcoin, they want to buy whatever. And if they can have yield farming on their app, if they can have yield farming on their exchange where they buy the stuff, they're going to do it that way. Trust me. This is big time for the majority of people who are casual cryptocurrency investors. Their money is going to go into things like TabTrader token or Crypto.com token or Binance coin, BNB. It's going to go there because they're going to get rewarded. They're going to get 10% yield on it. Why not? You know, they're going to have a percentage of their portfolio for sure to do that. So with TabTrader launching this right now, I think it's a really good idea. First and foremost, timing wise, since we see CRO, Crypto.com coin, going absolutely ballistic right now. I mean, where is CRO? It's got to be like top 20 market cap right now. It's gone nuts. Crypto.com coin, it's ranked number 14. Yeah, I mean, it went from just in the last 3 months. Oh, look at this. It went from 16 cents to what, $1 almost? Yeah, it went pretty much 8x, 9x in a matter of, well, it looks like in the month of November. Guys, this thing went 8x in the month of November alone. So, you know, and again, that's because, like I said, if you have an app and you don't want to have to go to a different website and buy a different wallet and do all this stuff that makes DeFi complicated, yet you want to earn yield, you just buy the Crypto.com coin and you get yield on it. Why not? And plus it goes up. If it goes up like this, why wouldn't you want to buy it, right? Let's look at KuCoin really quick. KCS. What is the market cap of KuCoin? It's got to be going crazy over the last 3 months as well. Yeah, look at this. This just means when you see something like this, it just means that overall the space, the crypto space, is just growing, and there's just more people using it. And with more usage, you know, comes more adoption. With more adoption comes more price discovery for these coins. So very happy to see this. And yeah, sorry, my audio was like really screwed up last episode. I apologize for that, but the music was a little too loud, so I'm trying to tweak it to the right levels right now. That should be good. Okay, cool. Now it's more chill. I like having the music because it just seems more chill that way, you know. But anyway, it looks like Solana's seeing a nice pump again. So after the close, we closed down a little bit. Let me delete this W because it's pretty clear that this is a W pattern now. Yeah, see, we're having really long wicks to the bottom on the downside. When there's downside wicks, it's bullish, guys. I think this W pattern is going to play out. I might actually FOMO into this. I had a buy zone right here from 214 to 219 from way back when it was all-time high. Pick some up here. I have another buy zone down here. Never touched it. So now I've revised my buy zone to this reverse head and shoulders. If this plays out, I'm excited to pick up more. But actually, you know, I might have to FOMO in because it looks like with these wicks, look how long these wicks are, guys. That means that they're trying. The bears are trying to push the price down, and the bulls are saying, nope, we're going right back here. This is where we belong. And then that means as soon as the bears give up, ooh, this thing will go, man. Nice to see it. Nice to see it. So back to TabTrader. Yeah, we have a token launch today, guys. Today is the official day, the first day of the token launch for TabTrader. And if you are staking Raydium, which you should be, okay, if you watch this show, if you subscribe, you should have Raydium and you should be staking Raydium. Why? Because then you can get access to Run Node. You can get access to you can get access to all these new projects that are coming up now. It seems like every other day on Raydium Accelerator. You don't need much. I think the minimum is what 100 Raydium. Look at this, 100 Raydium, and you can get a ticket to possibly win to buy these things at levels that are impossible to get at otherwise. DeFi land, I mean, guys, we're talking about half a penny for DeFi land, okay? It's trading right now for 38 cents. So that's a 70, no, sorry. Yeah, that's like a 76x from how much you can buy. Now you can only buy a very limited amount based on if you win or not. But Gene Pets, you know, we're talking 80 cents is $30 now. So yeah, of course you want to get into this, right? So yeah, if you're subscribed, if you're watching, Raydium is definitely something you want to stack. You want to stake it. And hey, look, if you stake it, you earn decent yield. I think it's about 17% yield on your Raydium right now. Not only that, but Raydium itself, and I picked some up again under 10 bucks, but it's pumping like crazy. Take a look from the $9 that it was. It went up 25% already. So, and the reason for that is because of the Solana ecosystem pumping. But the other thing is that Raydium right now is in this massive wedge. And this is a huge wedge, guys. I mean, we're talking the whole thing is a wedge, right? We have since August 27th. It's a 97-day wedge. The bigger the wedge, the bigger the breakout, and let me tell you, this thing looks like it's going to break out, guys. My price target for when this actually does break the wedge is up here. At the very least, the $21 level. Raydium is a $21 token. I think that the next wedge that it forms is going to be down the road. It's going to look like this. We're going to see price break up here, retest up here, sideways for a little while. Okay, so the next wedge is probably going to look like this. Oh, sorry. Somewhere in here, there's probably going to be a nice wick. Okay, and maybe a bad drop. So we'd see a wedge probably somewhere like this. This is kind of how it's going to play out. This is how I like to predict the future of the coins. It probably won't be that aggressive. Maybe like this. So if we delete this and we delete this, we can see how something like this could easily play out. Like if we go back to Solana, you see how these wedges play out? Check it out. Solana was in a similar wedge as Raydium, banging around in this thing for quite a few days, actually. I mean, if we count from here, 29 days, yeah, not so bad. 30 days, about a month. Then it broke out, and it hit levels that are crazy, right? From here to here, form the next wedge. And again, broke out of that wedge to another smaller wedge. And here's the thing. So as the price gets higher, right? The wedges will become smaller because the range is going to become smaller because there's just going to be a lot more people in it. So when there's less people in it, a little bit moves the price a lot. But when there's a lot of people in it, it takes a lot more money to move the price. And that's just economics 101. But going back to Raydium, yeah, I can definitely see something like that playing out. Considering that eventually this wedge is going to have to be broken, for sure. And considering that traditionally the targets of wedges are the top of the wedge to the bottom of the wedge from the breakout, depending on how bullish the market is. So anyway, the point is that Raydium is a good coin. It has a lot of use case. It has a lot of use case that people haven't even thought about yet. But primarily it's just a great launch pad. It's a great DeFi pool. You can farm, you can stake, you can trade, you can swap. I mean, it's really cool. You can put in limit orders, by the way, guys. You can put in limit orders, limit buy orders, limit sell orders on their trading platform. Actually, let's take a look at this right now because it looks just like anything else, but you don't need to KYC. You just use this. Like, say you want to buy Saber. You know, I want to buy Saber here, or say you want to buy, let's say, DeFi land, TUSDC. Boom. Yeah, check it out. I want to buy DeFi land at 32 cents. You can just buy the limit order. Boom. Limit order at 0.32. Amount, I want to buy 10,000. Okay, and then you just buy it. And it puts your order right here. And then whoever wants to sell it to you can sell it to you. It's that easy. And then later on, you just collect it from somewhere over here. You just settle. Boom. And then you get your DeFi land. It's that easy. Why would you need KuCoin or why would you need Coinbase when you can just buy it on Raydium? So eventually Raydium is going to have more pairs. Right now they don't have that many pairs, maybe like 100 or so, but they're adding them slowly. They added Aave, which is really cool. They have Tether now. Used to just be DC. You know, they're adding all the newer coins too, like the DeFi lands and the TTT. Maybe they have TTT. Let's take a look. Not yet. So TTT is supposed to be launching today. We're probably going to see a price on this thing on either CoinGecko or maybe coin market cap, we should see it by tomorrow. It takes time for these things to get updated, but for now, it's definitely something to look at. I mean, this is a pretty cool protocol here. The idea of it being that it is, oh, by the way, sorry, this airdrop is over, so don't worry about that. But the idea would be, it's focused on user friendliness, right? And it's similar to Crypto.com, where it's just an app, but it seems pretty solid to me. From what I've seen, it's got a good team, and I think that they're going to do a great job. So yeah, something to keep an eye on, guys. Look at the price. That's it for TabTrader. Let's talk about the new stuff that's coming up. Yeah, what is RunNode? Like, check this out. So if you're staking your Raydium, you can get in on RunNode for, well, they don't say what the price is going to be. Maybe they do. Oh my gosh, yeah, 6 cents. You can buy a 1 run for 6 cents. Let me just tell you guys, every single one of these that has been on the accelerator has at least 5x or at least 10x from the initial launch price, or from the price that you pay for it for providing liquidity. Okay, it's almost like a thank you for supplying the liquidity to the project in the beginning. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a 60-cent run, a $1.20 run. I mean, it's totally possible. But what is run? Let's try to find out what run is. Oh, it's a bridge. Okay, so it's interconnectivity, a bridge from Web 2.0 to Web 3.0 that powers the infrastructure of Solana through its RPC protocol. Now, these kind of projects, they're not very sexy, right? They're not like, oh, this is so fun, I can just dive right into it, like a Gene Pets or a DeFi Land, like a gaming thing that people know, oh, there's going to be use cases right away for it. But at the same time, it's an absolutely necessary protocol to develop the entire ecosystem. So you better believe that developers are going to be backing this thing. And when there's developers backing it, there's a lot of investment opportunity there. So something to look at. It's kind of like Chainlink, it's like, is Chainlink sexy? Not really. It's kind of just, it's like necessary, it's an oracle, it's not that sexy, but it's absolutely necessary. And that's why there's so much money in Chainlink. So yeah, RunNode, they're looking to bridge Web 2.0 to Web 3.0, which means the use case is humongous among developers, not so much among retail investors. But again, a lot of the times the big money investors, they don't care. They don't look at the same things that retail investors look at. So this is just explaining how to get in on the IDO. It's so easy. It's not this complicated. All you have to do is stake Raydium. You just go to raydium.io and you stake whatever Raydium you have from your Phantom wallet or whatever. It's super easy. Let's take a look at the Twitter. RPC node provider. Get an RPC endpoint in under 30 seconds. I believe it, man. With how fast Solana is, I totally believe it. It sounds ridiculous, but I totally believe it. Oh, this is interesting for the tokenomics. No investor got in under 3 cents per run. So if you're on Raydium and you're getting it for 6 cents, okay, you're paying a little bit more than what the investors paid for it, but believe me, initial investors, they don't want to see a 2x on their coin, on their money. They want to see a 100x. And they make sure that it happens too. Oh, this is a great image to look at. Is this all on Raydium? Oh no! I wish it was. Oh, there's other ones: DexLab, Solanium, Solstarter. Okay, these are things we got to take a look at, guys. So, Run and Really, these are both on Raydium. Okay. TabTrader, of course, we talked about. Xverse is closed. Synchrony, Block Asset. Oh man, I would recommend that you guys check out the Twitter for RunNode, because this is a nice retweet with a good image. I'm actually going to save, well, no, you know what? I'm just going to bookmark it there. Yeah, because this is really good info, guys. This is how many projects are launching in December alone. Actually, in the first half of December. on Solana. Guys, Solana is blowing up, man. If you're not in Solana right now, you gotta be in Solana. And particularly in Raydium, and particularly now, it looks like we gotta start looking at these other ones, all right? So the ideal platforms are the ones that you want to look at. That's like the Raydiums out there. So DexLab, Solanium, I'm going to do another video maybe tomorrow because I'm going on vacation next week and I won't be able to stream. So but I do want to share this information with you guys because I think it's going to be really cool. So I'm going to research this stuff and then I'm going to do another video and share it. I would do it today, but I don't have time right now, unfortunately. So yeah, check this out for sure. That's really good info, guys. Check it out. The other one that's launching on Raydium is Really, and let's try to find out what Really is really quick, and then we'll call it a day here. So it's a virtual city. Oh, it's a metaverse. Okay, with AAA graphics that seamlessly integrates virtual and reality. Cool. Oh, it's developed by Unreal Engine, so the graphics are going to be pretty nice on this. Okay, the token fixed price is $1. There's 500,000 of them that they're launching. Which is only 0.5% of the total supply. Okay, it looks like probably this is going to be really hard to get in on. There's 10,000 winning tickets. Oh man, this is going to be tough to get in on, guys. And at $1, I mean, we saw what happened to Gene Pets. Gene Pets went from 80 cents, purchase on Raydium to $38, $40 in a matter of a couple days. So with this thing starting at $1, yeah, I could see similar price activity. Depending on how many is the total supply, was it 500K is 0.5%, so that means 1 million is 1%. So there's a billion of them. Wait, no, sorry. There's 100 million. There's 100 million of them total. Oh, that's not that many. Yeah. So for it being $1 with a market cap, yeah, $100 million market cap is pretty reasonable for something like this, I think. Right? $100 million market cap to launch. I mean, that's nothing. These days we see projects hitting $1 billion in a matter of days. So yeah, a 10x is very much in order for this. I would see this probably more like a 30x from the dollar here right away, because it's a metaverse and it's on the Unreal Engine. I bet they have some really cool graphics. I bet they have some really cool trailers for what this is looking like. Let's see if we can see some cool visuals here. Really metaverse. Wow. Here we go. Yeah, check it out. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is crazy, man. I got my own music, man. I don't need your music. Yeah, really good graphics. I mean, this puts Decentraland to shame, man. This looks awesome. Yeah, guys, I hate to say it, man, but I think Solana might be the next. I think these kind of ecosystems might be the next thing in terms of metaverse. Man, this is really cool. Like, Decentraland is cool, don't get me wrong. It's really cool. I like Decentraland a lot, but it's just, it's not on the right ecosystem, man. It's got to be on Solana, dude. Solana is the future. I'm sorry, but there's nothing as fast as Solana. As long as Solana can prove to be able to handle things like this, man, I just don't see anything else. Listen, we have huge projects on Solana. We got Render, we got Arweave, which is the storage. Render is the graphics. I mean, we got everything on Solana right now. We got DeFi like you wouldn't believe. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I think Sand and Decentraland both, are they not on the Ethereum ecosystem? Because I know you can buy land and stuff like that on OpenSea. I gotta check it out, but I mean, man, when you see stuff like this and then you compare it to Decentraland, it's a different kind of beast, man. It's just a different thing. But look, there's enough space in this ecosystem for both of these things to thrive and do really well. So I'm not saying one's going to win over the other. I'm just saying that the potential for this is really, really cool, and that's why it's called Really, I guess, because it's really darn cool. All right, guys. Hey, that about wraps it up for me for today. I'll leave you with this cool looped video, and yeah, I hope the information that I gave you guys proves to be useful. Remember to keep in mind, the one takeaway I would say from the charting and stuff like that on the stream would be to, if you're looking for a trade, within the next week or 2 weeks, just look at Solana. Just look at Solana and say, hey, does the W pattern play out? Do we break 250 and hold 250? Okay, then get in because it's going at all-time highs. Do we get rejected at 250? Okay, then wait for it to come back down and correct down to that reverse head and shoulders. Get in because then it's all the way to the moon. That's the takeaway. Also, please do remember to keep an eye on these launch pads. Raydium in particular, just as a fantastic launch pad. The projects that are coming out, this is how you get in on the ground level, guys. This is how you get in at levels lower than anybody else can. Okay, this is the only way right now for retail investors to be able to get in on projects at prices that are not already too high. Okay, so that's something to take away. Yeah, and that's about it. So, guys, if you like the content, please do subscribe, give a like down below, and don't hesitate to leave a comment. If you have any projects that you want me to check out, I'll be happy to do so. Until next time, keep your portfolio strong and your hands stronger.